Good morning. It's been snowy and cold here lately, so I haven't been getting a lot done. But we did just pick up a table yesterday that needs a few cosmetic repairs on it, so let's get our mittens, maybe a warm cup of coffee, and go see what we can get done in the garage. Let's go. All right, we got our coffee. Let's go get a hat, and I think we're good to go. This one looks good, and these should look familiar if you watched my Flipmas series, but we don't need those today. All right, let's get to work. Are you gonna be my helper today? Yeah, great. Okay, no judgment, but I haven't been cleaning up after myself as well as I would like to, especially considering it's cold. So I kind of just been like waiting till a miraculous warm day in winter, which hasn't happened yet, but let's tidy up the shop around here. But I'll first introduce you to some of my projects that I have still open that hopefully I will tackle soon. Okay, the first one is this awesome little yellow one. I'll set you guys down. I found this free on the side of the road. Actually, my sibling texted me, he's like, this is just down the road from you, you should totally pick it up. And we have. I did have plans to finish it before the end of the year, but here we are at the end of the year and it's not finished. So I'm hoping this will be one of my first few projects in the new year. I don't have a client lined up for it yet, so again, it just hasn't been like super high priority, but I really like it. I think it is solid wood, so there's a lot of different directions that we can go with it. I think either like black or dark green or even a taupe color, like really anything I think would be really awesome. I am devastated that there aren't all the hardware. I'm just always missing one, it seems like, so I'll probably have to get some sort of different hardware swap out for this one. All right, and of course I found some of my leftover Velcro straps that I like to use hidden underneath this. I do a lot of deliveries, so part of the delivery service is that we have a big squishy foam pad that we put our furniture on. We always wrap things in really heavy duty blankets, which I can show you here in a second. They're up in the corner. And then the last part of our success with furniture delivery is actually using these Velcro straps. So these are probably like 12 feet long, and I wrap them around the piece with the pads, with all the foam, and it keeps everything nice and secure because I worry with using ratchet straps that like it's gonna rub so hard on the paint or it's gonna rub so hard on the stain, and you know, I just get worried about stuff like that. So my solution has again just been to use these like Velcro straps. So one side of it is Velcro grippy and it grips to itself, which is really great, so you can kind of adjust the size, but that does make it kind of a mess to try and clean up. So I try to just store them. I wrap them up like this in a little circle, and then they just go in my little storage area, and they're pretty well behaved as long as you keep them together, but it can be a little bit of a mess. So let's get this done. All done, ready for storage. And these components here are how I stay so organized. I keep about 80% of my small tools in here, and it helps me so much. They're probably only like $40 a piece, and they're on rollers so I can move them around. I'll give you a little quick peek. Here's some of my sanding stuff, rags and filters. This one's actually pretty empty. Do have filters for some of my masks and stuff. Here are our moving objects here, sanding stuff. I love these contours. This is some 60 grit, which is, sometimes you need it. If you know, you know. Here's some of my tape with plastic. So as you can see, most of the stuff just fits really well in here. I have sanding sponges, stuff like that. This one is getting kind of full, but this is where my paintbrushes live most of the time. Roller stuff. I used to roll all the time, but I don't really roll much anymore, but I still love the results of rollers, and I think that that's a really great option. Popsicle sticks. I can never have enough popsicle sticks. I buy these like 100 at a time. They're awesome. I use them every single flip. Again, this one's looking pretty empty. I did have some glue in here, but it's always good to have a little bit of empty spots. And all of my awesome lavender tools. They're the best, but you know, so on and so on. I keep so much of my stuff in here, and I love that it's on wheels, so I can just move it around if I need to reorganize. But overall, 10 out of 10 would recommend this for organizing your garage stuff. Okay, and then the next horrible spot in my garage that definitely needs attended to. I guess we had some towels for transporting furniture that just made it on the floor, didn't get folded up. And then all of this stuff that I have just been piling on this poor piece of furniture. We just renovated our upstairs bathroom, so this has just been a really great spot for me to throw all of our extra stuff in instead of actually putting it away. So let's get to work, tidy this up. Again, this piece I'm hoping is going to be one of my first pieces in the new year. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of an interesting shape. It's really deep, so I'm not sure what direction to go with it. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Okay, it's looking a lot tidy in here, so that was good work. Now on to our project that I want to do for today. I picked up a table yesterday and she just wants a few inches trimmed off of the legs. So let's check it out, see if there's anything weird about it that we need to know before we get going. But yeah, I think it should be pretty simple. We're gonna twist off the legs, get out the miter saw, and get cutting. Let's hope it goes well. This is the piece. Look how awesome this entryway table is. I'm obsessed with all the details, the curves. I mean, do you see this? That is so cool, and I'm a sucker for anything with curves on it, so that is awesome. From my standpoint, it is by Drexel, and it actually has some cool little Easter eggs in here, so you can store, I guess, silverware and utensils and stuff, but I think she's gonna have that covered up for the time being. But it's just awesome that you get all of this like original detail that came with it. But as you can tell, it is, it's pretty tall. It's about 40 inches tall, and that is a little bit too tall for most people and kind of for traditional standard points. So we've taped up some spots here that kind of are reference points, but I think moral of the story is we're just gonna be chopping off right down there where that blue tape is, so just about 3 inches. So it is kind of difficult to get all the legs together and uniform, so we're gonna go step by step through this and hopefully get it done on the first try, but there could be adjustments. We'll have to see. We got it flipped on its back. That's so I can get these legs off a lot easier. They just twist off, so my plan is just to go one by one, taking each of these off. Then for the legs, we're gonna cut right here, right above this little bubble here. So we're gonna have all this detail here and this detail and try to make our uniform cuts right along this line. We're gonna apply tape over this so that we get a nice clean cut right along here. With miter saws, with lights, it makes it really easy. So do you see where that line is? That's exactly where your cut's gonna be. So we wanna line up on where we want our cut to be, which is right here. We got all of our legs cut. So now they're still just a little bit sharp around obviously where we made our cut. So I'm gonna use a really soft sandpaper just to kind of knock off the edge a little bit, just so it's a little bit smoother. Yeah, that feels so much better. Then I'm also just gonna put a little bit of wax on the bottom of these just to help moisture stay out of the inside of the wood, keep it sealed. Just help preserve these for as long as we can. Lastly, we're gonna put these little felt bumpers on the bottom just to help them slide, not damage the floors. So you don't want this wood just scraping on the floor. There we go. And bonus, it's already brown, so it matches really great. And that's it. Such an easy little project. I love how it turned out. Just enough to take it down to more standard like 36-inch height. And then I also added a little bit of wood conditioner on the top just to help preserve it a little bit more and take out any of the scratches. But overall, this has been so fun. So thanks for joining me and come back soon.